I was just with someone yesterday, and I felt completely drained afterwards, like totally wiped out.
Oh, I know that feeling, Sophia. It's like you've run a marathon, but you haven't moved an inch, right? Was it one of those negative Nancy types, maybe? Or a pessimistic Pete?
Exactly. It's like every single thing I said, every idea, every positive thought, just boom, it was shot down. And you just feel the energy being sucked right out of the room. I mean, we all know people like this, don't we? The ones who see the cloud in every silver lining or, find a problem for every solution.
Absolutely. It's almost like they have this special superpower to just pinpoint the absolute worst possible outcome in any situation. And they can really, really impact your mood, your motivation. My clients talk about it all the time, about how these interactions, they really stick with you. Like, how do we even start to understand what's going on there, Sophia? Because it feels so personal sometimes, you know?
That's such a great question, Issa. And you're right, it feels super personal, but often it's not. I mean, we'll dive into why they might be like that, but first, it's crucial to just acknowledge the impact they have on us, because your feelings are valid.
So, Sophia, you mentioned it's not always personal. That's honestly such a relief. But then, why are some people just consistently negative? Is it a conscious choice or like something much deeper, you know?
You've hit on a really key point, Isabella. From a psychological standpoint, it's rarely a deliberate choice to bring others down. It often comes from deeper issues, things like unresolved anxieties, insecurities, or past traumas. They might just have, a deeply pessimistic outlook shaped by their life experiences.
Wow. So it's not just them being mean for the sake of it. It could actually be almost like a coping mechanism then, or simply how they see the world because of their own challenges. Precisely. For some, negativity is a learned behavior. Perhaps they grew up where complaining was, just the norm. For others, it might be chronic stress, or even undiagnosed mental health conditions like depression. Their worldview often gets filtered right through the lens of potential disaster. Remembering that really helps us not take it quite so personally in the moment.
So knowing that it's often not about us, it's still really challenging to be around, right? So what do? My first point, and it's a big one, is about boundaries.
Oh, boundaries. I feel like that word gets thrown around a lot. But what does it truly mean when we're talking about people who are just, negative? Because it's hard to just walk away sometimes, especially if it's family or a coworker.
Exactly. It's not always about cutting people off entirely, though sometimes that's, necessary. My second point is about managing your exposure. If you know certain topics trigger their negativity, or if they have a negative hour every day, you can strategically avoid those times or topics. It's about being proactive. And my third point, this is key, is about creating an emotional boundary. It's like a shield for your own energy.
An emotional shield. I love that imagery, Sophia. So how do you, put on this shield? What does it look like in action?
It means recognizing that their negativity is theirs, not yours. You can empathize, you can listen, but you don't have to absorb it. You can internally say, this is their perspective, their struggle, and it doesn't have to become mine. And sometimes you just need to excuse yourself from the conversation, even if it's just for a moment. Like, oh, I just remembered I need to send that email, or I need to grab some water. Give yourself a small escape.
That's so incredibly helpful, Sophia, especially the part about creating an internal boundary. But what if you're truly stuck in a direct conversation? How do you respond without getting pulled into their spiral or making things, worse?
That's a very common scenario, isn't it? My first suggestion is to validate their feelings, then strategically pivot. You might say, I hear that you're feeling frustrated about X, or I understand your concerns regarding Y. You're acknowledging their emotional state without endorsing the negativity. Then gently guide the conversation. Have you considered Z? Or what's a small actionable step we could explore?
So it's not about just dismissing their experience, but like acknowledging their perspective and then gently trying to steer the energy towards something more constructive. That actually makes sense.
Precisely. My second key point involves open-ended questions that can encourage a different way of thinking. Instead of, why is everything always so bad? Try, what's one aspect that might actually go right? Or, what outcome are you hoping to achieve by sharing this? Such questions can often reframe their focus, even momentarily. And my third point, know when to disengage. You are not obligated to fix everything.
Okay, so we've talked about boundaries and conversation techniques, but what about after you've had one of these draining encounters? Because you still feel it, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. It's like even if you put up your shield, there's still a residue left, you know? I often feel just heavy or even a bit irritable. What can we do to shake that off, Sophia, and get back to feeling ourselves?
That's so important, Isabella. And my first piece of advice is to deliberately engage in self-care activities that genuinely recharge you. For some, it's taking a short walk outside, breathing in fresh air. For others, it's listening to uplifting music or practicing mindfulness for a few minutes. The key is it has to be something that feels like a positive input.
So like actively doing something to counteract the negative input, not just hoping it fades away.
Exactly. And my second point is to process your feelings. Talk to a trusted friend or journal about what happened. Don't let those lingering emotions fester. Just, get them out. And my third point, surround yourself with positive influences. Seek out people, activities, and media that genuinely make you feel good and inspired. Balance out the negativity with deliberate positivity. It's like filling your own cup, so you have more to give, but also to protect yourself.
These are truly powerful strategies, Sophia. I feel like I have so many new tools now. But what about those situations where, despite all these efforts, the negativity is just constant and overwhelming? When do you know it's time to, really pull back or even completely disengage?
That's a super crucial question, Isa, and it's often the hardest one to answer. My first point here is to assess the impact on your well-being. If an interaction with someone consistently leaves you feeling anxious, depressed, or physically unwell, and you've tried boundaries and techniques, then it might be time to consider limiting contact. Your mental and emotional health is paramount.
So it's about an honest check-in with yourself about how much this person is actually costing you emotionally.
Exactly. My second point is to differentiate between occasional negativity and chronic toxicity. We all have bad days, right? We all vent sometimes. But a perpetually negative person, a Debbie Downer who just lives in that space, that's different. If their negativity consistently overshadows any potential for positive interaction, well, it's a sign. And my third point, it's okay to protect your peace. It's not selfish. It's self-preservation. You can set firm limits on the amount of time you spend with them, or even choose to distance yourself more significantly. It's a choice you make for your own health.
All right, Isabella. So that's pretty much a wrap on our chat about protecting your energy and staying resilient. Hope some of today's strategies really hit home. If they did, a quick subscribe really helps us out. For sure. And hey, if you're after some daily good vibes and little nudges, come hang with us on Pinterest and Facebook. We love sharing our visual affirmations there. Exactly. For deeper dives or quiet reflection, our YouTube channel's got your back. And for on-the-go insights, all episodes are ready on Spotify. All the tools, resources, and transcripts are always waiting at goodlifeguide.org. We're truly thankful to share this journey with our awesome community. Seriously, your thoughts mean the world. Please tell us what other topics you'd love for us to explore in the comments below. It really helps us figure out what's next. Thanks for hanging out with us today.